it's me, Ryukin here, and welcome you guys to the official first video ever recorded, edited, and posted in 2026. So today is going to be the good day ever that I'm going to be recording this video in 2026. And guess what? Happy belated New Year! And why do I say it like that? Because there's no fireworks in this video. Okay, why is that? Why I have to talk about it? Because literally this video here was recorded like weeks after the new year. So yeah, this video right here is not going to be really a happy new year, kind of, but of course since the new year right here is already passed, so which that means happy belated new year actually, even if it was like happened like weeks ago now at this point. So okay, so since happy belated new year right here, new me, new world, new camera, not really, and new year in 2026. So yeah. So I don't know how well am I going to change myself for this year. Maybe I'm going to do something about myself. Oh, hi Trump. Alright, so today right here, I'm going to be doing something right here that is going to be an unthinkable right here for this video. And guess what? This video right here, there is something that it is missing. So there is something right here that is actually missing from my YouTube channel, which I never done this type of video right here before. And of course, guess what? An introduction video. Not that type of introduction, is actually about the introduction to myself and something, which is something that I never done before right here on this YouTube channel. But however, that first video that I recorded back in like 2018 or about 7 or 8 years ago, that video right here, however, it wasn't a proper introduction to myself, and of course that video right here is being recorded out of my innocence, and of course I didn't have much knowledge about YouTube at that time, which it was like 7 or 8 years ago, which back then I was just a little kid, 12 or 13 years old at the time, and of course like I was just a young kid, just don't know much about things that is going to be coming in this path right here that I'm going to be turning in, which of course I still consider this right here my hobby. So, and well, that video right here that I recorded back in 2018, however, that one wasn't really the proper introduction to myself. So that's why I'm going to be making this video right here as a response to my old self 8 years ago. And alright, without any further hesitation right here, let's get right into Ryukin's introduction to myself. And why do I have to set my nickname even though it's already about myself? So here we go, guys. Okay. First of all, what's my nickname? Well, you might going to check my YouTube channel username and you might going to think that that's a kind of a pseudonym. I use a different name, right? But no, that one wasn't a pseudonym. That wasn't my fake name. That was my real nickname that I use in my username, the most of them. Like there is my Discord, which you can actually add me on Discord if you want to. So here is my Discord right here on screen, so you can add me on there if you want to. There's my Discord, there's my Xbox, there's my NameMC. But even though when I search for Ryukin right here in the NameMC, there's like some couple of them that they have Ryukin right here, but of course it's just a different person, it's not me. And keep in mind that my username right here is Ryukin _, which what makes my nickname right here so distinct from some of these right here that are basically just normal and bland names. And some of them right here are even changed up their names, and of course like they are basically just some kind of a name right here that the most of people would name it depending on what country they are from. So what is my nickname once again? So my nickname is Ryukin, and how is it spelled? And how it can be written in different languages? So there's my nickname right here in different languages. So there's like 4 ways that I recognize right here for my writing of my nickname. There is English, my mother language, Japanese in 2 scripts, and of course there's Russian too. So there's only 4 of them right here that I have recognized when it comes to writing my nickname right here. So there's English, which it looks basically like this. There's my mother language, which is also basically looking like this. There is Japanese, which I have recognized the katakana writing and kanji writing. Which kanji right here again is Chinese, which that means I have Chinese right here at the same time too, which is going to sound like Ryukin or something. And well, of course, what's the meaning of that? I'm going to tell y'all about it later. Okay, I just got rickrolled. Alright, ads, shut up. Okay, so nothing guys, I just got rickrolled. So, alright, it's kind of distracting me from making this video. Let's get back to how you would write my nickname and how you spell my nickname. So, okay, again right here, my nickname right here, it can be written in 4 ways that I recognize. And of course, there is English, there is my mother language, there is Japanese right here in 2 writing systems, katakana and kanji. And why didn't I mention hiragana? Well, hiragana right here, however, I do recognize it though, but somehow I just kind of consider it kind of bland and kind of flat way of writing my nickname. So that's why I just actually cross hiragana out and I leave with only katakana and kanji right here, which is only 2 ways that I have recognized my writing in my nickname right here in Japanese. So there's only 2 Japanese scripts right here that I recognize when it comes to my writing my nickname right here. And there's Russian right here that I also recognize. So, but well, of course, this one here is kind of a bit different than the other ones. This one here is kind of written in a Cyrillic way. So if I rewind to Soviet Union or something, yeah, okay. So let's get rid about that. And how do you spell my nickname? Well, my nickname here can be spelled Ryukin. Ryukin, R-Y-U-K-I-N. Well, it's going to spell like this, R-Y-U-K-I-N. It's Ryukin, you know, Ryukin. You know that? It's Ryukin, you know. In Japanese also said the same thing, it's Ryukin. And in Japanese right here, it's also said the same thing, but although it's in Cyrillic script. So it's also Ryukin. Actually, it sounds the same, you know. It sounds the same. And well, of course, talking about my nickname right here, however, it can be spelled in many different languages. And of course, if you want to learn more about my nickname right here in different languages, so you can actually put this text right here that I put in the description right here for y'all to check out. And of course, I only prefer putting on Japanese katakana here, so you can actually put that right here into the Google Translate to see of how my nickname right here can be spelled in different languages. So you have to figure out by yourself. So I'm not going to tell y'all, but since like there's a lot of languages around the world that I can really cover in this video, so yeah, of course, I'm just going to put my name right here in Japanese in the description, and you can put it to the Google Translate right here to see of how my nickname right here is going to be spelled in your language. Alright, so as we all know that my nickname right here is Ryukin. It's not a pseudonym, it's not a fake name or anything, it's my real nickname. And when do I born? Talking my birthday right here, however, my birthday right here is on 21st of June every year. And what year do I born? I born in 2005. Well, I'm a Gen Z. I'm a Gen Z, you know. So I born in 21st of June 2005. I still have no idea why I born that day, because like my mother here kind of pulled me out of the womb on that day, and of course I born on Tuesday at the exact time that I born, which it was on, I guess, 2 p.m. I remember that since my mom and dad kind of told me like later. So, well, of course, just like I was saying, my birthday is on June 21st, 2005, which what it makes me unique right here. And you're going to see that in a later. And how do I got this nickname? Well, there's been like a long story right here that has to go all the way back 20 years ago. And that's how old I am. So 20 years ago, my mom and my dad used to have an aquarium shop, and of course like myself right here didn't come to assistant yet because I was in the womb of my mom. And of course like there's like one of her relatives right here from my mom's side told her that, hey, you should name him Ryukin and you should name her Aranda. if I have a sister, and of course that didn't happen. I only got a little brother right here, and well, of course, if I have a sister, or I wish I have a sister, she would have been messing around with me during the recording. And you know what I mean right here? So I'm going to show to y'all what I mean right here. So alright, let me just open up Google Drive right here, because I do have the only drawing of her right here. Where is it? There it is. She is in this folder right here. So, and here she is. She's my imaginary sister. So, well, of course, if I have a sister right here, she would have been messing around with me and such. And of course, she might have like the same age as me, or maybe she's like about 2 years younger than me. I don't have a sister right here, which, well, my family kind of consider that is going to be a good thing, because like they wouldn't have to buy new clothes to her ever again, because like we're all born boys. So, yeah. That never happened. And of course, my relative right here has a replacement, which is Tancho, I think, which is also a name of a goldfish. And you know that, of course, my name right here, Ryukin, is actually came from a goldfish, speaking of that. And if you're a goldfish hobbyist right here, you can actually ask me about goldfish, or you can ask me about how it should look and how it should be right or wrong. So you can ask me, even though I'll have to ask my dad first, because like my dad right here, he has a knowledge about keeping fishes in the aquarium right here. And well, of course, just like I said, my mom and my dad used to have an aquarium shop, and of course I was born in the hospital and then slept in the aquarium shop. Oh my goodness, that's how cute I am back then. And of course, back then, I just don't understand myself, and well, of course, I was really young, you know. I'm so young to understand the world, and of course, like, back then, I'm just a little kid, and I just don't have, like, much knowledge as I am. But well, of course, it really happened when I was, like, you know, I was a little baby, and I started walking and such. And I've done a lot of bad things, you know, back in my old days, which it happened like about 19 years ago now at this point, and I still don't know why I'm still standing to this day, despite bringing my stupidness and everything. It's probably due to my little stupidity brain that I have. So, just a confess right here in the video. So, I don't think my editor right here we're going to bother editing this out. So, alright, let's say enough about that. Okay, so just like what I said, my mom and my dad right here used to have an aquarium shop, and my nickname right here, it came from a goldfish right now, which is called Ryukin, which is the same name as my nickname. And of course, if I want to recommend Ryukin right here to goldfish hobbyists out there that might have found this video here on accident, well, of course, I would definitely recommend it, you know. They have like a distinctive features right here, such as the humpback shape, long fin, pointy head, and well, of course, you can have like a bunch of big Ryukins in your aquarium. Well, of course, there is many variants that you can choose from. There's a red and white one, there's red, there's a gold one, there's a calico one, which there are many variants that you can choose from. Speaking of Ryukin right here. And, well, of course, if you want a Ryukin right here, I would definitely recommend it. Definitely. Because as a human goldfish myself right here, I'm going to say, I would recommend it, 100%. And what about my favorite hobbies right here? So, what am I doing right here? Why am I recording this video? Well, my favorite hobbies right here, there are making YouTube videos, playing Minecraft, drawing, taking photography, which I never done like for so long now since the depth of my Nikon. And there's audio mixing in Audacity, and I like making DIY stuff. Which, speaking of that right here, I have like this right here, which you didn't see it, so, well, of course, you never seen this one before, right? Oh god. I didn't mean to drop this. Just put it away. Okay, so and here is the thing right here that I put into the wireless case right here, whatever it is. So you can see that this is basically some of the DIY stuff here that I've been making for this wireless microphone right here. It cost me like a few bucks, and of course, I actually made it myself. So I like making DIY stuff, and I also like making Minecraft paperwork, which is going to be looking like this right here. So let me show y'all right here what it looks like. So, and here's a old design right here of my character. So this is actually of how I used to have this hobby right here. And here's what it looks like right here. Once again, for the paper craft that is made of some Minecraft skin right here that I have. So, and that's it for the hobbies right here that I'll talk about. And what do I believe? And what's my religion? Well, I'm a Roman Catholic. I'm not going to say any much further than this because, well, I'm a Roman Catholic, you know. are born in a Roman Catholic family, well, that's who I am. And where am I from? You might going to think that I'm from some country in the Southeast Asia, right? Like Indonesia, Malaysia. Well, you might go to guess one country right here that is the location of the Eastern Venice. I'm talking about history, you know. And you know what? I'm from Thailand. Yes, that country that I just mentioned about the Eastern Venice. Well, of course, I'm from Thailand right here. And when do I speak Thai? Well, I mostly speak Thai right here with my parents, my friends, with my close friends, with my everyone right here in Thailand right here who I can talk with. And some outside right here, I also speak English right here, that they kind of slip into my Thai language right here. So, and that's how it's being created to be myself, you know. So what's my main special ability? Well, my main special ability right here, which is obviously what you are seeing here, doing this right now. Well, so you might going to see for this entire video right here, as of right now, that I can actually speak English. Well, this is the only main special ability here that I have recognized so far in myself. And of course, I have a pretty much an English fluent accent right here, which, well, of course, it kind of sounds more like a universal American accent now at this point, which I don't know if it's going to be resembling one. It's kind of a bit close to universal American accent, but mixed up with a little bit of Thai accent in it, which is kind of makes my English right here sound unique. Well, I don't know, but if you have any idea what it is, let me know in the comments. So, and how do I got this special ability right here? Well, there is the only way right here that I got this special ability from, which, guess what? You might go and think that I might have been going to special classes, tutors, or doing English hard to get it right. No, none of these are true. I've learned English from YouTube. And why do I call that? Because YouTube right here is where I've learned English from. And how do I learn English right here from YouTube? Aside maintain the system way right here of learning English, well, I want to share y'all some tips right here on how to keep a balance right here of the system and of the YouTube right here that you might have to support upon it. So back in 2017 right here, I used to have pretty much a heavily looking and watching YouTube videos right here in English. And of course, like back then, I only got used to like mimicking of how YouTubers were speaking at the time. And of course, I used to watch Markiplier, I used to watch Jacksepticeye, I used to watch DanTDM, I used to watch a lot of YouTubers out there. And of course, alongside watching YouTube videos right here in English, I also watching YouTube videos in Thai, which somehow I never got into it since I got into the English side, however. So however here, when I watch too much of the English side of YouTube right here, it really feel like I'm sucking a lot of knowledge right here into my brain. And of course, like, I'm not going to be narcissism right here, but I'm going to say that from my experience right here, that I've been on English side YouTube right here for so long now, since 2017, which at this point it's going to be about like 8 or 9 years ago now. Oh my goodness, how time flies. And well, so, and how do I actually learn something right here from YouTube, even though the system right here kind of helped me sometimes, but the most of the help right here, it came from YouTube. So, I will start with mimicking the speaker's language. So, which that means whatever is from the YouTubers, whatever is from the gamers out there, that they have like word and whatever those words right here out there that they're considered bad words, which, well, of course, those words right here are the first words that I've learned from English. And of course, like, it was a bad idea to learn this language right here from just seeing bad words on screen. And well, of course, I kind of put into the balance right here with the system way of learning English. And of course, like, in the system right here, I only stuck with he, she, it, and some of those basic words out there. And of course, if I'm going to count past simple tense, present simple, future tense, or whatever it is, I don't remember them right now because like my brain is just kind of scattered. So, well, of course, some system that you would expect, you know. And well, of course, when I got some YouTube right here and adapt to the system, well, of course, this training here, it goes on and on and on until I finally got into the point that I can speak English like this. Well, so what about the tips right here that I want to share y'all? So There is no right or wrong in learning English. It depends on you, where you learn it and where do you learn from, and when will you learn. So it doesn't matter. So whatever you learn from YouTube, you learn from your tutor, you learn from your foreigner, you learn from your special class, you learn from your system, well, of course, it doesn't matter. Just be yourself as much as possible. You can learn from what they said and what they are saying. You're basically just going to put something to your mind, and then you can actually, you can actually mimic their words, mimic their way of speaking. And well, of course, the beginning right here, I started with just some bad and some teenage words out there. And of course, those are the first words here that I've learned from English on YouTube. And of course, they are still living to this day. So, and of course, there is the only way they can actually learn English peacefully and happily right here is that, well, of course, just like what I said, it doesn't matter where you learn English from, just be yourself and mimic as much as possible. And then I believe that, and many of you guys right here might going to believe that it's just too hard, right? Especially with Thais out there that are watching this video right now. But well, to myself right here, English was kind of, a pretty much easy language right here that I can learn. And of course, I mostly learn English from YouTube right here, just like what I said. And of course, well, I can't really shake off my English out of my head right now. Maybe, well, I'm actually going to use 2 languages right here at the same time after all. So I can speak Thai or I can speak English depending on the context or depending on the person who I'm talking to. So if there's a fortunate, I might go speak English for that. And one final tip right here that I want to share with you all right here. So, and just like what I said, you can mimic the way of how they said and how they are saying, and you can adapt right here to yourself. And then after you have adapted to yourself right here, you get to the point that you're actually going to speak English like this. So how easy is that? But if I'm going to say that I'm really good at English, well, I guess this is not a sign of a Gemini zodiac sign, according to Google, that I may have researched like a while. I just kind of found out that when I born on the 21st of June 2005, well, I still have figured it out now how it works. So, okay, and well, of course, many people right here might have not born the same day as me who are speaking English out there. I'm going to send lots of love right here and keep learning. Keep learning until you're dead. Keep learning until you have an ability to teach your kid how to speak English properly. Keep learning English until you get to the point that your partner wants to learn English with you. So, well, of course, this has been my introduction right here about myself. And of course, I don't know if this video right here is going to be out to somebody else. And well, of course, if you are seeing this YouTube channel right here for the first time ever, welcome officially to my YouTube channel. And it's going to be about to close off this video now, but since it's been 11 minutes in the recording time, holy goodness. So, okay, welcome to my YouTube channel, and of course, I welcome y'all right here into my YouTube channel. So, I gave lots of love to that if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And speaking of that, if like this not the stuff right here, or you see me play Minecraft more of this, or you want to see me do some really awesome stuff like what I'm used to, so please leave me a like, comment แล้วก็ที่สำคัญมากเลยนั่นคือการกดปุ่ม subscribe สีแดงให้ผมด้วยแล้วก็จะเป็นกำลังใจให้ผมในการทำคลิปต่อๆไปทั้ง sorry แล้วก็จะเป็นกำลังใจให้ผมในการทำคลิปต่อๆไปทั้งในวันนี้แล้วก็ในอนาคตด้วยนะครับ and this has been my introduction to myself, the thing that I've never done before since the beginning, but of course I have already done it in this video. And guess what? Learning English right here can be very dependent on the person or where do you learn it from. It doesn't matter. Just keep going, keep learning until it gets to the point that you're actually going to do it with your own hands. So I've sent a lot of love out there who want to learn English. Just keep going, and then you get to the point that you can speak like me. And I will see you out there in the next one, where I'm going to make more awesome quality content like this, or even more awesome quality content like this to come in 2026. And until next time, everyone, I'll see you out there in the next one. Bye bye. สวัสดีครับ Woo!